Several bills already signed by Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear are having some trouble getting started. One is Senate Bill 151. It's also called the kinship bill. It should already be into effect, but that's not the case because of funding, we have learned. Our Jose Alonso first covered this story when the legislation was proposed, so he's been following it closely. And Jose, I know you went back and looked at why this law is in limbo. What did you discover?
Doug, it's really kind of a complicated situation, but the word limbo is the right word for it. Now, SB 151, it changes the dynamics of how children are taken from an abusive home and can choose a relative to be their foster parent. And that gives that family member time to determine if they can care for that child. It's not the only bill in limbo, as 19 other bills are in similar situations. In a joint committee meeting, the Department of Community-Based Services admits they need funding to execute the bill. Last month's joint committee meeting in Frankfort has left many families who would benefit from SB 151 worried about getting their benefits.
We have over 100,000 kids who are living in kinship care.
Executive Director for Kentucky Youth Advocates, Terry Brooks, says many families have gone from celebrating to concern.
So can you imagine, if I'm disappointed, can you imagine the disappointment that is plaguing kinship families today because they felt like they had a commitment.
In the meeting, Senator Julie Radke Adams questioned the commissioner of the Department of Community-Based Services on how they will carry out the bill.
We are still hopeful in the near future that there will be an additional pathway for funding of Senate Bill 151, but without that support, the cabinet will have difficulty moving forward with implementation.
The department commissioner referenced the governor's letter sent on April 10th, stating his support for the bill. A partial statement from Beshear's office says, quote, he explained that the Kentucky Supreme Court agrees the executive branch has limitations on implementing policies and programs that do not receive funding by the General Assembly. Senator Adams says the agency is supposed to navigate the costs themselves.
The most important piece, or one of the most important pieces of this bill, is that we give the administration the ability to develop administrative regulations on how to implement. So they have full discretion and full authority on how they implement. And so I look forward on seeing how they have progressed on the fact that they are required to show an implementation plan for this.
The senator is asking those families to keep the faith that they will resolve this issue. Brooks says he's confident Frankfort can find a solution.
I mean, I know there's discretionary money to take care of this problem, this opportunity for September, October, November, December. And then let's refigure it out come January.
The Department of Community-Based Services is expected to address the committee again at the end of this month. Senator Radke Adams hopes to hear a thorough plan that won't need extra funding from legislators. Reporting in studio, Jose Alonso, WHAS 11 on your side.